Well, how you doing, guys? Well, I have a test that I have to go through here soon, and yeah, it's a test that I have a hard time with. Cause anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna go be doing. We need to pray for the Lord to bring the Spirit above this room. Okay, Heavenly Father, we come to you today to ask you to fill us with the Holy Spirit and bring it in this room, and let the ones that have ears hear. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, so Enoch 5 we're getting into. Um so yeah, there's a reprieve coming and it's already showing around the world. There's something bad going on, but there's a reprieve God's going to give him one last reprieve for. We're going to get a break and then something. So watch when everything goes like away and there's nothing wrong and there's nothing going on. That's when we need to watch, okay? We need to stay on the boat, right? There's a boat going, and once in a while it has to stop to pick up people. And that's the break. When it stops, it picks up the people, and the people on it complaining, well, we got to stop and pick up these others. Well, that's same sort of what God has to do. God wants to save all the people, the ones that haven't repented, and there's lots doing it right now, okay? So God puts people in our lives for a reason. I'm going to get into this Enoch right away. They're put into our lives and a test can come out of that, and it'll test you where you are. I've been dealing with this one for the last 2 days. It's not my test, it's someone I really love. Um, and I'm not as they failed, but the true colors showed, and I was like, oh, wow. So I got to talk to this person and tell them in the best way that I can that I'm not hurting them, right? So your experience is the troubles you go through, okay? Without going through the troubles, how are you going to gain experience? We are made to gain experience for other people that don't have the experience to help them get through it. And I can tell you right now, out of almost all the teachers I've ever heard, none of them been in the trouble I have. Why? I can't tell you that. Uh, I'm not about to boast of them myself, right? So let's get into this book of Enoch, the fifth teaching of Enoch. Okay. And, you know, it's hard, man. Even the people that are in my life, people leave it and they come and they go. They for certain reasons I don't know, but even the ones in my channel through some of them, I'm growing from them, from the experience with them. Okay? The ones that leave make me go, "Well, what's wrong? Why are they leaving?" And then God shows me why, which is crazy about it. We get the truths of things that we're seeking, right? If it's to help us grow in our walk, that's happened to me again. So, and I used to take it quite personally, and this time I'm not, right? I'm just not going to go about the way I did before. I'm not going to be reaching my hand out and letting anybody have my phone number or my messenger. The ones that are on there are going to stay on there, and I'm not going to add to those. If we want to communicate with us, we can do it through one of the videos and communicate. I need prayer or something, and I will see that. So, anyways, let's get it back into the book of Enoch. Give me a second here. Yeah, I've been trying to help someone out in an area for so long, and I look and God will show the truth of it, and I seen the truth out of it that it's not changed, and there's what can I do? I need to approach this person. I love them very much. Just like so we have the love in us. I have the love in me, and I hate to see people being misled. That's love. I just listened to someone that said that, and I looked at it and I go, "Wow, I didn't understand why." Because I don't want them to be misdeceived. I'm not in here to deceive people. And I try to tell them that, but some won't believe it, right? They'll believe the guy with 400 followers lying to me, right? Anyways, that's okay because they sound good, right? And they'll go back to it and they'll listen to it. And, some of these teachers are good. Some of these false teachers, y- they don't want to teach certain things, they don't go far with it. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going further with it than they would. They have a lot of people, so they can't explain some things because the people will just leave. That's what happened with me, but I don't really care if they leave, they leave. Okay, so we're getting back into Enoch. So Satan and leading astray those who dwell on the earth. Because that's what he's made to. He's made to lead us astray. That's why we hate false doctrine. Because it's leading away his children. I don't want you guys to be led away. You can listen to other people, yeah. But now I was meant to give you the tools to see them. Okay. And I had to go through massive beatings because I had to reprove some people and I did it wrong. So God showed me how to do it now out of my heart. People don't understand. I've been doing this for months, reproving people. And I was evil when I first started. And through that evil, He brought on me that I was giving out to them. That was what was gonging me on the head and giving me the experience so that I could do it without being gonged on the head. So people got to get that understanding. This has been a year that I've been going through this, and it's been 6 years that I've been going through it from other people around me. Okay, so I've gained the experience. Teach people tools, not names. Every once in a while, I go, and it happens. Every once in a while, I go and name a name. And that's why now I go, oops, I named the name. Now I have to move on. Okay. So love is not wanting people to go and listen to false doctrine because they're being misled. That's love. I've gone through the experience of a lot of false doctors to be able to tell you. I could see them, I can smell them right through the internet. In those days shall punishment come from the Lord of spirits, and he will open up the chambers of water above us. Remember the chambers. What are the waters? Evil waters and light waters. He's opening and closing those chambers all the time. Okay. Affliction and everything else comes from a good angel onto us because we've done bad. Okay. So if we do evil, then that one, well, this is one of God's child. He tells that one to open up that chamber of affliction. It's happened to me many times and many times over. So which above the heavens and from the fountains which are beneath the earth, and all the waters shall be joined. So I don't believe there's water above. It's not what this is talking about. When it talks about the waters in the heavens and the waters on the earth, they're different. The waters in the heaven are either good or evil. I didn't understand that. Okay. A long time ago. Join with the waters that which is above in the heavens and is masculine, and the water which is beneath the earth is feminine, nurturing, right? Masculines get where we get our strength from the waters above. They're masculine. Jesus is a masculine water above, and he gives us strength. Okay. So, in the waters, okay, so the masculine waters are Jesus, God, and these spirits, these angels that are helping us. The feminine ones are the ones that are comforting and loving and nurturing. Those are the feminine ones. How are they under the earth? Under? Huh. What's that tell you? I thought the earth is spinning around. How could they? They're staying under, going millions of miles around with it? No. So, in the waters which are beneath the earth is feminine, and they shall destroy all who dwell on the earth, and those who dwell under the ends of heaven. And when they have recognized their unrighteousness, which they have wrought on the earth, then by these shall they perish. They're going to see what they are. They're going to be turned to either dark and light, okay? And they will be the ones that turn into dark will be the ones that perish. So and after head of days repented and said, in vain have I destroyed all that dwell on the earth. And he sware by his great name, henceforth I will not do so to all who dwell on earth. And I will set a sign in heaven, and it shall be a pledge of good faith between me and them forever, as long as heaven is above, and the earth, and this in its accordance with my command. When I have desired to take hold of them by the hand of the angels. Stop. See? He tells the angels to do it. What are we? The same thing. We're to take the hand of other people, not bite it. Happens to me over and over. People that are ignoring me. There's someone that's ignoring me. I'm trying to communicate with her and see what my wrongs was. I want to hear my wrongs from the people. I need that. Sometimes that's the correction we need. Okay. And if it's not the right, I'm not going to accept it. But if it's the right wrongs, I'm going to accept it. And the Lord showed me the wrongs in it, anyways, if that person doesn't show it to me. I've been corrected by Him, which is painful. I'd rather be corrected by you guys than God. Okay? Hurts more. So when I have desired to take hold of them by the hand of the angels that are helping you. Now, what happens with the evil ones? They get taken by the hand of dark waters going to fall on the earth. And on that day of tribulation, right now, and pain because of this, you're born into tribulation. I will cause my chastisement and my wrath to abide upon them, saith God, the Lord of spirits. That's what's going on right now. Every day I got some sort of chastisement from God. Every day I go through something. Okay. He shows me daily. Right now, we're in a big refining time. So, if he doesn't show you, how are you going to refine it? If he doesn't put it on you, how are you going to know it's there? Okay. You're not going to know it's there. That's why the Lord is good and we're being judged by Jesus with the rod of iron. He's ruling us with the rod of iron. So, ye mighty kings who dwell on the earth, you shall have to behold my elect one, Jesus Christ, and how he sits on the throne of glory of judges. Azazel and all his associates and all the hosts in the name of the Lord of spirits. All the dark ones. They're scared of Jesus. They're scared of God because they know what it's going to be when their end comes. They know where they're going. Just like you should know where you're going by now. Make sure you stay on track. It's going to show that everything's clearing up. And this is going to fool a lot of Christians, the great falling away. They're going to say, well, look, it's all free now. We're not wearing these, and we don't have to take this anymore. And oh, that little war that was going on has cleared up now. Look, I don't see nothing going on wrong. And they're going to go back to the sinning way of life. Okay? And they're going to fall away because then Jesus is going to come in that time when it's clean, when it's clear. It looks like it's a clear goal. Let's go back to what we want because they loved what they wanted. They were never meant to be where they were. Okay. I love what I'm doing now, and I've never meant to go back. I don't want to go back in any circumstance. Okay. So when I saw their hosts of the angels of punishment going, and he held scourges and chains of iron and bronze, and I asked the angel of peace who went with me, saying, to who angel of peace is Jesus, or I do believe so. To whom are these who hold the scourges going? And he said unto me, to their elect and beloved ones, that they may be cast into chasm, chasm of them in the abyss valley, into the abyss, until the lake of fire is gonna come forth, because the lake of fire isn't here yet. So then the valley shall be filled with their elect and beloved, and the days of their life shall be an end, and their days of their leading astray shall not thenceforth be reckoned. They're going to be gone. Didn't say that the people of God are going to be taken off this earth. We'll be in the clouds. It's a little bit different. And in those days the angels shall return and hurl themselves to the east upon Parthians and Medes, and they shall stir up the kings. That's what's going on right now. Stirring up the kings to war against each other. So that the spirit of unrest shall come upon them. The spirit of unrest. And they shall rouse them from their thrones, that they may break forth as lion from their lairs, and as hungry wolves among their flocks. The wolf in sheep's clothing. Hungry wolves, ravening wolves is what the Bible calls them, because they're false teaching for other reasons. And when it comes to this time, they're going to abandon their posts, guys. They're already doing that. Some people in the church in the States are saying, I never did really believe in Jesus. They're giving up. So they weren't really the master of their posts. They were deceiving the ones that are in their churches. So as hungry wolves among their flocks. Okay. I'm not a hungry wolf on in my flock. I'm not here to try to devour people and send them into hell. Oh, yet some believe that. That's okay. That's what you believe. That's what you believe. I'm not going to fight against it. I'm so tired of fighting people, because it's not the spirit that's in them that I'm fighting. And God has brought me through 6 years of that hardcore. Okay. And they shall go up and they shall tread underfoot. God's going to tread underfoot the land of his elect ones. And in the lands of his elect ones shall be before the threshing floor. Trials and tribulations. You're born in the threshing floor. Your whole life is that. And why? Because we have to have that threshing floor to get away from it. We had to have that sin to get away from it. Okay? The true people of God will get away from that sin through the threshing floor and a highway, because we're on a path. But the city of my righteous shall be a hindrance of their horses, and they shall begin to fight amongst themselves, and the right hand shall be strong against themselves, and a man shall not know his brother, nor a son his father or his mother, because they're going to be turned into what they really are. So you're not going to really know what they were. Nobody knows the heart but Jesus Christ. Okay? I don't know the hearts of men. I can see the evil that come out of people, like the false doctrines that I listen to. And some of them are teaching that way for a reason. I believe Mike from around the world isn't a real true fault. It's just way too it's just he can't be. Okay, but I don't listen to him very often anymore. Some of his teachings is wrong that he teaches online. I'm not allowed to teach any wrong on here. Okay. So, because I work through the books, right? I don't just speak out of my mouth like some other teachers do. They have much more knowledge of the Bible and it's more installed in them. Wow, just one person in here. So in their hands shall be strong against themselves, and a man shall not know his brother, nor a son his father, nor his mother, because you don't know their heart. Nobody knows anybody else's heart but God, Jesus, and the spirits, right? How you doing, Manuel? I'm glad to see you, brother. There's there's a time coming where there's a reprieve, and you'll see it now as they're taking this off and they're stopping this. Yet the war's going on, but it's going to be a quiet time coming very soon. Because God's like, his boat, when it moves, he has to stop and pick people up. When he does that, that's the reprieve. And he's going to do that one more time. After that, it's going to be wicked, right? How you doing, buddy? So, until there be a number of corpses through their slaughter. Okay, so the number of corpses, there's a number of martyrs to be reached. They're going to help speed that up, that number up. We're almost there. Okay. Hang on. It's going to get bumpy, but it's going to get quiet a little bit here first. I don't know when the times of that are. So when you see everything starting to go away that's been happening in the world and it looks like it's free time, that's your last rest. That's not rest for us, but that's the last reprieve before the final. And their punishment not be in vain. Our punishment wasn't in vain. That's what God's saying. Our punishment wasn't in vain. He had to punish us because we have to reap what we sow on this earth. We can't sow it in heaven. Oh yeah. But they're gonna be the ones protected. 144,000. You have to be a virgin to be one of those, by the way. Do you have children? You're not one. Okay? And you have to be they don't believe in Jesus. That's the problem. So because God made a covenant with them, they have to be Jew. He has to he's got to fulfill that covenant. So I had a guy in my room say, "Well, the 144,000 is the only ones going with Jesus." Then you might as well quit what you're doing because that's already gone to be with Jesus. Way over that. That's why it says in Revelation 7:14. You believe in that 144,000 is the only ones going? Because if you do, that's wrong. Okay, that's not the right teaching on that. No, you can't have defiled yourself at all with women. You know they have them there already. Lots of people that haven't defiled themselves that are Jews with women. Okay, that's not what 144,000 is. In here, in here, it said the 10,000s and 10,000s times 10,000s. You are as numerous as the sand on a beach. That's a lot of people. A little grain of sand. So Revelation 7:14, I'll show you that one too, proves the 144,000 have to be marked because they got to go through great tribulations. When Jesus comes back, they put the fingers through his hand, proving that. To say, well, who put the holes in your hands, Jesus? He's going to say, you guys did, right? Yeah, Revelation 7:14 says it all. The unnumerable amount of people that wash their coats in the blood of the Lamb after great tribulation. This says it that too. The innumerable people that get saved. Okay? Not just 144,000 in Jesus. If that was all that was going to get saved, I'd throw my books down and I'd go back into the world because I can tell you that there's a lot more than that. Of the billions and billions of people born, that's less than a remnant, by the way. All the way back to the starting to time, that's not even a remnant. That's a thin hair of people. That's not what the Bible tells us. The 144,000 virgins, you want me to tell you that story? I can go into that one too. But he'll decisive it down to the 10 virgins. The 10 that had oil and the 10 that didn't. That's experience oil. You have to go through experience of the dark side because you have to defeat that. You're put here also to defeat the dark side. Through your experience, you get those oils, right? Through tribulations, trials, and troubles and your experience, those build those oils to keep your lit candle right now. And the five virgins that didn't have them said, "Go back to the town and buy them. You can't buy these oils." They couldn't. And then when they came back, the door was closed. That proves that. And they knocked on the door, and Jesus said, "Get away from me. I never knew you." Right? So, but these 144,000s are the Jews that, because they don't believe in Jesus, they're not going to go up to the wedding supper where we're going to be. And if they're not marked by God, they won't be able to make it through great tribulation. It's going to be wicked, man. You have to be marked by God to make it through that. And those are the 144,000 left on this earth. And there'll be some in other places because remember, some of God's Jews got spread worldwide. So, and then we'll come and teach them and their children and their grandchildren 7 times. I do believe it's 10 or 11 generations that'll live after that 1,000 years reign that we'll be going and teaching. Okay. I had to do a lot to get that. Eh? Yeah, and that's right. You know what? That's significant. In 2000, let me tell you this. In 2017, there was a sign in the heavens that never was before, never was ever again. That's the woman, Virgo, standing with her foot over the moon in the 12 stars above her. Leo. Who's Leo? That's Jesus. That sign was never to happen and never happened before. That's like major sign. That's the time that sorrow's door was closing. You know, the sorrows, the days of sorrows. The days of sorrows started when Jesus died. Same with tribulation. Remember how they keep saying, well, how come I think Jesus is coming back real soon? But look, it's 2000 and plus some years. Yeah, that's the biggest sign ever. Remember, he says he uses the stars for signs. What's Virgo? That's Virgin Mary. Okay. And inside, she was giving birth to what? The destroyer. Did you see the earlier pictures I did? Did you go watch the destroyer? That was in her belly, in the belly of the of the constellation Virgo. Okay, that destroyer was inside of her belly, and she gave birth to it. Birthing pains are over. It's gone past that now. I believe we're in the beginning of great tribulation. Okay. I'm not exactly knowing where exactly we are at the time here. I'm not God and Jesus. But the seventh seal is getting ready to open up because they're already hiding. The sixth one is when they're hiding in the clefts of the rock from the one that sits on the throne. They've been building underground for many years, right? Yeah, I remember that. Yes, it did. Do you know God makes the eclipse happen? There's supposed to be another one coming really soon here. And they're surprising. They can't figure out why they're happening. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the blood moons. I had pictures of a blood moon and I don't know what happened to it. It looked like a teardrop, a blood drop. It was crazy. It's like that looks like a drop of blood. So we know what the moon is. So in those days, Sheol shall open its jaws. What does it say in the Bible? Hell enlarging itself. Yeah, the United States ain't gonna be fully destroyed, okay? But most of it, a lot of it will, okay? Because they're gonna weaken. I mean, to get to Israel, don't you have to kind of get to United States? I believe Canada's gonna be totally uh, taken over at that time too, right? We don't have guns. We don't have nukes in Canada. We don't have war weapons very much, right? We have some of the best snipers in the world. But what good's a sniper going to do against a rocket launcher or a laser or a plasma beam? Plasma beam can go through stuff and into people. Yes. Yeah. That's why they put the Tower of Babel there. Remember when they built that tower there? It's there. Okay. And also when the two twin towers fell down, that's a snake that's there now. And that building can actually transform. It's quite a wicked building. Okay. And they put dark stones there. That stones that were said, we will rebuild. And they used the stones that the Bible talked about a long time ago. Yeah, exactly. So Canada cannot defend itself, right? And America won't be able to at those days either. So in those days, Shield shall open its jaws. Isn't that what's happening right now? Howls and widening itself. The death rate has gone 6 times as it was last year. Then it was 4 then. I believe it's gone more than that. Okay. My best friend that's on here, Mark Scovis, in the last 9 months lost his dad and his mom. Okay. God's taking some people that won't be able to handle what's coming, right? So when they shall be swallowed up therein, their destruction shall be at the end. The Bible talks about that all the time. He saves it up for the end for these people. Let them go and flourish. Let them have their money, right? Let them do their things that they're doing here on this earth, because there'll be a time, well, that'll be taken away from them, and their true evil will be shown. Yeah. So that's why we don't go against them, against the evil people. We try to help them because we care. We don't want to see these people lose their soul. We're like Jesus. We come for the sinner too. We're here for the sinner too, right? And to lead our flocks. That's what we're here for, not for ourselves. So shall devour the sinners in the presence of the elect, the witnesses. We are the elect. So if someone's doing a sin in front of you in those days, fire will come out of your mouth. Okay? How you doing, Junior? God bless you, brother. See, the heavens witnessed it all from the beginning, and so did the bride. So that's what this book or Baruch talks about. He even tells you the witnesses. Heavens and earth is the witness. Not evil, but the people on the earth of God, because we've seen it all from the beginning to the end. Not just Elijah and Enoch. That is actually preposterous. It's not what it is. I learned from all the books. I asked, been praying to God for 5, 6 years, okay, and it's just been revealed to me in the last months, okay. People leave my room because they don't believe in that. Just listen. Jesus says it in the Bible. You are all witnesses. Give me a second. Okay, so Acts 2:46. And Jesus had God raised up, whereof we are all witnesses. You have to eyewitness it, by the way. So Enoch didn't eyewitness it, he spiritually witnessed it. We're spiritually and eyewitnessing. And God and Jesus and all that's above us did that as well. I'm getting a phone call here. Give me a sec, guys. Hello?
Hi, is it Rodney?
Yeah, it's Rodney.
Hi, Rodney. This is Tajveer. I have received your resume here for a supervisor position,
Yep.
and just like to check if you're looking for a job.
Yes, I am. Yep.
And which location are you? Is you are located in your house?
Sorry, guys. It looks like I'm gonna get a job here. I won't be doing this. That's why God had me going and going and going. I'm getting a time of reprieve. I get to go back to work. It looks like I'm getting a job here. Let me get my glasses. What did I do with them? Sorry, guys. I had to answer that phone call because I need a job, right? My EI is going to. Oh, there's my glasses. Give me a sec, guys. So my EI is going to run out. I'm not going to have any more money, right? So I have to work, right? Just like everybody. Have to have a job. I need to get to work as quick as I can here. All right, so back into this. Okay, so but in all, oh, God bless you. Check you later. If you're leaving, that's okay. I mean, people are busy, right? So, and all the waters shall be joined with the waters that is above. The waters that are above isn't actually water. It's the angels and the heavenly angels. Those are the waters above. And some of them are the dark angels. So the dark angel water is going to come down, like the Baruch explains, and the light angels. And we're going to be taken up into the clouds by an angel. Okay. Not these books, even Jesus was, by the way. When he died, he was taken up by the angels that removed the rock, the stone that covered his tomb. So in the masculine waters beneath, oh, I went backwards. Where the heck was I then? Okay, right here. Okay, sorry guys, I had that phone call. So long as the heaven is above the earth, and this is the accordance with my command. When I have desired to take hold of them by the hand, I was there already. Sorry guys. I'm still looking for where I was. I did have to. I'm finding where I was. Yeah, I was over here. That's why I hate interruptions, but that's important one, right? I need to get a job. Might have to work weekends. Oh well, whatever. So, and it came to pass after that I saw the host of wagon, and the men riding thereon. That's a chariot, okay? And coming on the winds from the east and from the west to the south, and a noise of their wagons. Oh wow. That's what it says in the Bible. It'll be like the sound of wagons, of wings flapping. Wagons. Wagons, I do believe. Let me see if I can find that in the Bible. So when the noise of their wagons was heard when the tumults took place and the holy ones of heaven remarked it. KJV Bible. Hmm. That one's going to be hard to find. I forget where it is. Anyways, I want to keep going forth. But the sound of chariots. That's it. I got it now. The Lord just gave me that. We will hear the sound of chariots coming over in the end times in KJV. That's not what I'm looking for. Sound of their wings. Anyways, I know that. And the sound of chariots coming over the mountains. KJV. Okay. Found it. Joel 2:5. Sometimes I have to seek it a little bit before I find it, right? So, like the noise of chariots on the tops of the mountains, shall they leap like the noise of the flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. What's the stubble? Those are ones that have been burnt. That's what's left of them, the stubble. Right here explains wagons. Same meaning, okay? Not the same word, same meaning. So I had to find that. And the noise of their wagon was heard when this tumult took place of the holy ones from heaven, remarked it, and the pillars of the earth were moved from their place. And the sound thereof was heard from one the end of heaven to the other. This is this sound that we heard, the sound of chariots. Okay. Like the noise of chariots, tops of the mountains shall leap like the noise of the flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. So the chariots are coming for us, not getting raptured again. There's another one saying no rapture. The chariots are coming to pick up all of us, to bring us to where light is. The dark ones are the ones that are coming to clean up the stubble. So the flame of fire, what's that? Hell. To devour the stubble. Remember, I collect the wheat and the tare to be burned. And the stubble is the tare that's going to be cleaned off this earth as well. It's dark. So to the other in one day, and that's what it says in the Bible, it'll happen in one day. It'll be like crazy. When that time happens, whoa. And they all shall bow down and worship the Lord of spirits. All, everybody, even the ones that failed. They're going to know they failed. And they're going to go, oh. And then they're going to yell blasphemies at them, right? So, when at this end of the second parable, and I began to speak the third parable concerning the righteous and the elect. Blessed are ye, ye righteous and elect, for your glorious shall be your lot, and your righteous shall be the light of the sun. And the elect in the light of eternal life, the days of their life shall be uh, unending, and the days of the holy ones without number. Holy ones without number. We were just talking about that. Me and Emmanuel. It's not 144,000 getting saved, because if that was all that was getting saved, we're wasting our time. It's an innumerable amount, and this just said it without number. And they shall seek the light, and they should find righteousness with the Lord of spirits. They shall be at peace to the righteous in the name of eternal Lord. And after this it shall be said, the holy in heaven, that they should seek out the secrets of the righteousness. Isn't that what we're doing? This is part of seeking out the secrets of righteousness. The Bible and all the books. Praying, listening, those are the things we do to seek out righteousness. So the heritage of faith. Faith is the most important thing. Works with faith is not dead. What it says is faith without works is dead. No, the more faith you got, the more works you got, just comes natural. And you love doing them. We love to try to save people, not kill them. We love people to try to save them from false doctrine. That's love. What I just heard today. And I was like, wow. No wonder why that I'm so strong on that? Because I don't want the people to be misled. And that's why I teach about that. People don't get that. I'm not pointing names and fingers, guys. Okay? I'm not looking to destroy anybody while doing it. I don't care if they come to my room or they don't, as long as they get out of that fake doctrine. For this has become bright as the sun upon the earth, and the darkness is past, and there shall be light that never endeth to and to a lit numbers of days that shall not come. For the darkness shall first have to be destroyed. There it is again. What's getting destroyed? The darkness, not the light. And the light established before the Lord of the spirits will be fully established, will be the light. And the light of uprightness established forever before the Lord of spirits, God. And in those days my eyes saw the secret of the lightning and of the lights and of the judgment they execute, lit their judgment. And they lightened for a blessing or a curse. That's in the You do a sin, you get a curse. You sow evil, you get a curse. You get evil. You sow good, you get good. So when they lighten for a blessing or a curse, as the Lord of Spirit willeth. If you do something wrong, the God sends us an angel, which is the one watching over the ones in Christ. When they sin, that angel comes and goes bang, bang, bang. Okay, this is how God can be omnipresent. From everything that's on the earth, even the animals and the bugs, he can see through their eyes. So when they lighten for a blessing and a curse of the Lord's spirits willeth. And there I saw a secret of thunder, and how when it resounds above in the heaven, the sounds thereof is heard, and for the well being and blessing, or for a curse according to the word of the Lord of spirits. Lightning can strike. Okay. Pains. That's weird. Lord, take me. I'm kidding. So, and after all that, the secrets of the light and the lightning were shown to me, and they litten for a blessing for satisfying. In the year of 500, in the seventh month, the year of 500, that's 500 years after life started. That's a long time ago. Adam and Eve was 5,630 some years ago. Okay. In the 500th, so let me read that again. In the year 500, in the seventh month, on the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch. Oh, his age, he was 500 in the year 500 in the seventh month. Yeah, he was 507 months, 14th day of the month of life of Enoch. He was 500 years old, man. Wow. In the parable, I saw how mighty quaking made the heavens of heavens to quake. The heavens are shaking right now. Says that in the Bible. Will shake like, okay, so the heavens are shaking, but the earth is too. So I can't remember when it says that it'll shake like the stars will be shaken like a mighty wind that blows off. I don't know. Anyways, quaking make the heavens of heavens to quake, and the host of the most high, and the angels and thousand thousands and 10,000 times 10,000. Thousands of thousands times 10,000. That's an unnumerable number. We're disquieted with the great disquiet. And the head of days sat on the throne of his glory, Jesus Christ. And the angels and the righteous stood around him. And the great trembling seized me, and fear took a hold of me, and my loins gave away and dissolved were my reins. I fell upon my face. And Michael sent another angel from among the holy ones, and he raised me up. And when he had raised me up, my spirits returned. For I had not been able to endure the look of this host. He couldn't look at Jesus. He couldn't endure the look of Jesus. So and, and the commotion of the quaking of the heaven, and Michael said unto me, why art thou disquieted with such a vision? It shook him, freaked him out, man. It was it's a vision that would probably scare anybody. Enoch lived 500, he was 500 years old at that, and he was shooken. Uh Satan's angels are shooken when they see Jesus, cuz have you come to take us before our time? Hold on. Wow, this stuff right out of the Bible right here. So until this day lasted, the day of his mercy, and he hath been merciful and long suffering towards those who dwell on the earth. That's in the Bible lots of times. Long suffering. He's suffering with you. He knows what you have to go through because he's the one that's got to put you through that. So it hurts him to do it. But that's how a good father is. I'm going to spank the evil out of you until you don't do it anymore. It's going to take it away from you. I don't even know how many times that's happened to me, guys. Can't even guess. So, and when the day and the power and the punishment and the judgment come, punishment and judgment, which the Lord of spirits hath prepared for those who worship not the righteous law, for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain. Ooh, uh-oh. I hate that when they do that. When they use the Lord's name in vain. Why? Because some people are going to lose their souls for doing that all the time. The worst swear word in the world you could do is use Jesus' name in vain. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to go there because you guys know what I'm talking about. They do it on movies and shows all the time. Those people are going to be punished for eternal. So that day is prepared for the elect a covenant. You're in the covenant. You're grafted in the branch. What you're grafted in, that's God making a covenant with you. Okay? But for sinners, an inquisition. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, it is. But there's going to be a reprieve. You notice how they're taking away masks and mandate shots now? It's already started. And the guy I listened to, I said, man, that's already started. People are running back to the world. So it's a sound of silence before the real violence. You get it? They rhyme. So it's a trick that Satan's going to play, that Satan's playing right now. And even though there's what's going on in Ukraine, that's helping people. A lot of those people are giving themselves to the Lord. Okay. They're shameful for what their country is doing. Even the war veterans. Okay. Everything God does is for a purpose. Even if it's bad, you say, well, this is bad. No, it's not. This is going to bring people to the Lord. This is God calling out. Okay. through nations. Indignation. That's what that is. So that day is prepared for the elect and the covenant, but the sinners inquisition. And on that day were monsters parted, were two monsters parted. Can you guess what those two monsters are, Dave? One's in the ocean and one's in the air. Leviathan and the He Moth. Okay. Metallica, I used to love them, my favorite band when I was not anymore. They made a song about the He Moth. Uh-huh. So there were two monsters parted. A female monster named I already said that, Leviathan, to dwell in the abyss of the ocean and over the fountains of the waters. But the male one's name is Behemoth. I just said that before they came. I already knew that answer. So who, and I didn't read that ahead of time. I'm reading with you guys. Who occupied with the breast and waste wilderness named Deoden, Den, Dian, a Deoden, a demon, right? So on each of the garden were an elect and righteous dwell, where my grandfather was taken up seventh from Adam, the first man who the Lord of spirits created. And I besought to the other angel that he should show me might of those. I thought he was before. I need to read that again. See, I learn sometimes too. And on these sides, and the word elect the righteous where my grandfather was taken up, the seventh from Adam. Was that before? The first man whom the Lord of spirits created. I thought Enoch was before Adam. I must have been mixed up. Anyways, so when I besought the other angel that he had should show me the might of those monsters, how they were parted one day and cast to the one into the abyss of the sea and the other into the dry land of the wilderness. And he said to me, Thou son of man, herein thou doest seek to know what is hidden. And the other angel who went with me showed me was hidden, told me what is first and last in the heaven, and in the height, and in the beneath earth, and in the depths. Something in the depths showed him everything above, below, deep, in the heavens, and at the ends of heaven, and on the foundation of heaven, and the chambers of winds, how the winds are divided, and how they are weighed, and how the portals of the winds are reckoned, each according to the power of the wind and the power of the lights of the moon, and according to the power that is fitting, and the divisions of the stars according to their names, and how all the divisions of the divided, and the thunders according to the places where they fall, and all the divisions that are made among the lightnings, that it may lighten, and their host that they may once obey. See, all the stars and everything above us, angels and all that, they're told by God what to do. It's time to go help Dave. Down come opens up a hole, a porthole, a window, and down comes an angel to help you. Or a curse. You did something wrong, that angel opens up the door and sends down that exact evil on you that did that so you can be delivered from it. He uses evil for good and good for evil. I created the evil and the good. If he wanted to get rid of Satan, why is he still here? Because without Satan, we wouldn't know what we were fighting. Okay? He's part of the plan. He needs them because Satan will take his own like a vacuum and God will have no blood on his hands at the end, because free will. So the lightning, that it may lighten, and their host, that they may at once obey. For the thunder has a place to rest, which are assigned to it. So something, an angel's causing the thunder, or they're speaking in the heavens, is what I've heard, what I heard in these books. That's direction from God to them, to what they're to do. Okay, and a lot of it we don't hear. That's what I'm seeing here. I might not be right on that. For the thunder has its place to rest, which are assigned to it. Well, it is waiting for its peal, and the thunder and the lightning are inseparable. Of course, you know how you count between the thunder and then you'll see lightning. They're inseparable. Are those two different angels inseparable or one? Okay. I don't know that. Maybe it'll tell us here further on. I know it sounds like it's an angel, and although not one and undivided, they both go together through the Spirit and separate not. They both go together through the Spirit and separate not. Hmm. For when the lightning lightens and the thunder utters its voice, that's a voice, and the Spirit enforces a pause during the peal, and it divides equally between them. For the treasure of their peals is like the sand, and each of them, as it peals, is held in with a bridle, and turned back by the power of the Spirit, and pushed towards according to the many quarters of the earth. And the spirit of the sea is masculine and strong. And according to the might of his strength, he drew it back with a rein, and in like manner it is driven forward and dispersed amid all the mountains of the earth. And the spirit of the hoarfrost, these are all spirits, like I said, of frost, that's a spirit, is his own angel. So that's two angels, thunder and lightning. Huh. And they never separate. I believe that's Adam and Eve. Okay. That just came to me. I just believe it's because it's as well as that's the comforter spirit that moves from the moon and comes back and forth. Because Eve, it says that in this book the other day, if you listen. The ones that were kicked out of the garden are the comforting spirits. Hmm. But the frost is its own angel. That's two angels then. And I do believe it's Adam and Eve. So, and the spirit of hail is a good angel. Huh. Hail, an angel that causes it, right? And the spirit of snow has forsaken his chambers on the account of his strength, has forsaken his chambers. There's a special spirit therein, and which is ascends from it is like a smoke. It is named frost. Spirit, right? And the spirit in the midst is not united with them in their chambers, but it has a special chamber. Here's all the chambers. The stars and the moon and the sun, they're all chambers. Okay. Uh the funniest one, the furthest one out, is called your anus. I think that's a joke to us. Because you know what your anus is, your butt, right? That's not even the name of it. Why did Peter say Venus? Is that what's the star he inhabits? That's what it's saying in here. They all have different chambers. The moon's a chamber. That's why they always say I think it's hollow. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's a chamber. The moon is a chamber, and it's called she, which is the bridegroom, and it's in the clouds, closest one to the clouds. It'll move forward that day, and it will be in the clouds. It's called the she, moon, and the sun, he. So on the other, okay, so the chambers are special chambers for its courses in its glorious, both in light and darkness. What's the moon? It's a lesser light, but it's a light, and it lights in the darkness. What are we, the bride? Aren't we to shine our light in the darkness? Aren't we a lesser light that lights the night? The night, the darkness, evil. So night, darkness, and evil are the same thing. So in the water in the summer and all of its chambers is an angel. All them in there, it's got a job to do, even the evil angels. They've been appointed a job to do. They're the ones come down when someone gets affliction or is accursed or has a bad thing, right? Does has to reap what they sow, evil. So in the spirit of the dew has its dwelling at the ends of heaven, and it's connected with the chambers of rain, right? Dew and rain is wet. It's not ice, right? And its course in the winter and summer. So chambers of the rain and its course is in winter and summer. Yeah, rain is snow just frozen, right? And its clouds and the clouds of the mist are connected, and the one gives the other. And the spirit of rain goes forth from its chamber. The angel comes from the open, the chamber, and led it out, and let it out. So a chamber comes forth and opens the chamber and led it out. It's time to go over here. So when it's diffused over the whole earth, it unites with the water on the earth. And whatsoever it unites with the water on the earth, for I got to stand up, I'm getting anxious. Just sitting, eh? For the waters are for those who dwell on the earth, for they are nourished from the earth and from the Most High who is in heaven. So, what's our nourishing? That's the water that you'll never thirst again that it's talking about. And also physical. That's the water that waters our plants, makes them grow so we can have food. See, there's a spiritual to every physical and every physical to a spiritual. This is talking about both of them. And there is a measure for the rain that the angels take in charge. And these things I saw, that's why they're out of control. When there's a flood, there's something wrong in that land. And he sets a pestilence on it. Could be a flood, right? Could be bugs, could be sickness, could be disease. There's one pestilence that's on the whole earth, cancer. Anyways, guys, I have to jump out here. I think I'm done for today. So I can't do it anymore. I can't read anymore. My eyes are sore. I wanted to go the whole, but my eyes are just. I got a job interview, so let's pray. Yeah, sometimes 3, 4 hours, sometimes 6. Yesterday I did a lot of hours. I did 6 hours, and to do that, it takes me, each hour I do takes me some time to recuperate because I'm giving out spirit. It's tiring teaching sometimes. What is a chamber? Is that a jail cell? Well, it's like that. So the moon is a chamber. It's a holding place. It holds something in it. And I'm just better just talking for a little bit. So the sun is a chamber. It holds Jesus and God sitting on the right hand of the throne, right? And all the cherubims go in and out of it to take their direction, right? So on the stars could be some of the angels, because Jesus has the seven angels. They are that he uses on this earth. Angel is a, angel is a star, right? A messenger. So I'm gonna just jump out, guys. I gotta catch some sleep here. So God bless you. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm not coming on for the rest of the night. I'll be on tomorrow at 11 a.m. again. God bless you guys and have a great night.